Hello, and welcome to GreedFall. We're on our way to defeat a boss of this area. Let's see what it is. Ow! Careful, man. I have bombs, and I'm not afraid to use them. There goes your armor. Guess that doesn't work.
Ward off this fate.
Oh, this guy's already dead.
See if you can ward off this.
Cool. What should I choose? We can go with long blades, quite a lot in fact, so... There we go. Let's assign Fury. To number 5, I guess. So let's search the area for anything suspicious, shall we? Hey, did you drop anything I could use? Doesn't... oh. Yes? Piece of burrow of something else. Well, this thing can't be upgraded, so it's kinda useless for me. Do you have elemental damage or anything? Doesn't seem like it. I could have given it to Vasco, but unfortunately... Yeah, I need to change that sword of yours. I mean, it was useful, quite useful in fact. But now it's kind of a burden to me. Our position on the island is becoming impossible to hold. Despite our best efforts and the many battles we have won, we're losing more and more ground. These savages are formidable opponents. The roots seem to obey them, and they are helped by gigantic creatures, the likes of which we had never seen before. The creatures are approaching, and we are incapable of facing them. The lords are already preparing to board the ships that the Nords had stationed near our position. As I expected, they said there would not be enough room for everyone. We are going to die here, stoned by some giant, ranging monster. Cursed be the day, princess of and their ambitions. Oh.
This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nords, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape.
I should have known as soon as we discovered those ruins that we were not foreign to these lands.
The major part of the journal has faded, but I'm not able to make out the name of the author. I don't think we will learn anything else here. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
My daughter, this information, even if it does explain a great deal, should be shared with prudence. The natives will not find it a good sign their legendary foes have returned. As for the other nations...
And to think we helped you. I'm having trouble dealing with this, even if it does explain a lot. We're gonna have to keep this story under lock and key. The natives are not gonna swallow it easily without a long chew.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Indeed. Also... The author's name can't be read. Well, that's kind of interesting. Is he your father by any chance? Because that sounds like something that would happen. Let's take a look at the codex. Do we have anything else? Mother Cardinal Cornelia. Cardinal Mother Cornelia is the governor of San Matthias and the land of Iliavi on Pt.31 in recent years. Although she did not found the colony, it grew enormously under her leadership. She is highly respected by her peers, both for her favors faith and her indisputable diplomatic skills. With the unparalleled political cunning, she subtly manipulates her entourage, as well as the perspectives of the various orders and guilds who come to her court. She is said to be loyal to the Iliavi, but without the pity of those who dare to jeopardize her will to make San Matthias the light of Tir-Ferdee. And I think this guy we're traveling with, Petros, is trying to overthrow her, to be honest. Bishop Petros is part of the Order of Missionaries, of which he is a brilliant representative, skillful in politics and fine diplomat. He knows how to be flexible about his religion ideas to better achieve his goals. For a few years, he was diplomat of your uncle's court in Cyrene, where he knew you when you were only a child. He shows you good-heartedness and parental kindness, but does not hesitate to use his tremendous manipulative skills to help you achieve your goals. You can say that. Like any important member of the Iliavi clergy, he is also the seasoned user of light magic. Deciding to teach you the secrets of politics and to protect you of your cousin from being manipulated by the Cardinal Mother, Petros has offered you help. You discovered her secrets after visiting the secret room where the governor organizes orgistic evenings. Orgiastic? I don't know how to pronounce that, actually. Orgiastic evenings for her guests. You have been able to ascertain her real vice, gaming and better on the arena fights. And there is Inquisitor Aloysius. Aloysius is a member of the Ordo Luminous, the Iliavi's Inquisition. He is an uncompromising man, violent and blinded by the extreme faith that considers politics and diplomacy obstacles. He will stop at nothing to achieve his goals, the absolute conversion of all those he meets and the purification of the heretics. I can respect that man. And then there is Deidre, formidable leader of the Candaic Athenas clan and the Storm Warriors of the village of Van Look. She is a cunning woman whose strength is respected. She makes no concessions to the settlers who have come to invade her island. However, some clans approach her for her brutal approach and warlike temperament, thinking that the conflict with the newcomers can only bring ruin. Oh, it's gonna be that for her, definitely. Is there a creature I want to read about? The Queen d'Estance, clearly the most dangerous of their species, bigger and more aggressive than they can let out a cry that frenzies their fellow creatures and makes them stronger. Like other subspecies of the Docine, they are resistant to magic and elemental damage, not to poison, well, at least not that much. You have never seen a lizard the size of the continent. These powerful creatures have a formidable bite, especially because their saliva is venomous, and they can also use their tail to attack. Their scaly moist skin protects them from elemental attacks, but they are relatively vulnerable to magic. Not poison, however. The albino Lowland is the most dangerous of all of its extremely territorial. It is better to avoid confrontation if possible, because its bite is most often fatal. So, these are the creatures we have met already. Captured on the remote island of Tier 30 and brought back to the boat. Yes, we've read about this one. This Nadaik is the shape of a gigantic half-bird man. Its gigantic wings allow it to fly. It's linked to the mountains on the summits. And this Nadaik resembles both octopus and shellfish. It is undoubtedly a protector of the coast. According to the professor's note, the shell of this monster would be incredibly effective, and we will provide need to use weapons capable of breaking the strongest armor to defeat it. Well, sure. According to a message you have found, its territory creature is also resistant to light magic. However, a professor's letter gives you a solid clue of facing it. Apparently, the creature is particularly sensitive to poison. Yes, we actually figured that out here. This Nadiak is a large clawed and horned bite with a mask and a spear. It's probably physically one of the seems most humane. It is the guardian of the place of the hills. It would seem from the professor's notes that this guardian's attacks can be parried and countered. The professor's guard suggested using fast weapons like a rapier and poison. Cool. Shall we travel on? Well, we are gonna report that later. Okay, journal. Face of demons. There you go, the expedition. Camp of the Stone Arch. Do you have any new armors for me? The Conqueror's Blunderbuss. I'm gonna purchase you that new hat. I mean, it will fit your armor better. Unless there is a cool new armor for you. Doesn't seem like it, however. There you go. So, Inquisitor, do you need new armor? Ceremonial armor. It requires endurance 2, okay? Leave that home. And this one as well. Let's leave the alchemical rapier home, the rest of them we're gonna sell. Right. Do you have any rapiers we can use? Because Vasco needs a new weapon. A saber. No, we're gonna give you the obsidian rapier. We already have a straight saber. I'm gonna leave the poisonous one here, however. We might actually need to sell it later, but for now I think it's gonna be fine.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Indeed. Have we been here before? Because I have a feeling that we've killed that beast. So what do we know about the map overall? Not much. Oh, hello. Or... You guys sleeping?
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Again, so easy. Okay, let's head this way. Doesn't seem like there is anything of difficult here.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
They do not look in very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Well, there are spears going through the tent.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Magic is the miracle of the enlightened. This bears resemblance with the sorcery of the natives.
Not surprising, but not enough to help us locate precisely where the scholars are now.
I agree. This is the consequence of the tragic and disgusting practices of the bridge. Every native in their territory has revolted. We cannot know which particular clan is guilty.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken you with us. Note from the leader of the expedition. This globular loot has a dense, firm texture. The smell that emerges from it is strong and vigorous. I have observed several animals consuming it without any noticeable effect. Hence, it is likely to be edible. A distillation in his laboratory should be more conclusive. Afra has decided to move her tent further away. She says that our constant clicking prevents her from focusing. This young woman is talented, but I understand why her master dismissed her. She has a bad temper. This species of birds is heavily represented in the valley. They have proven to be incredibly curious. They come too close to us, and we could touch them. The natives must not hunt them, otherwise they'd be more prudent. And yet their flesh is exquisite. It must be related to their beliefs. These native people may consider them sacred.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover.
Let's see if she's the only one alive.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
May the fire engulf our enemies!
Let's see if you can ward off this fragment.
Right. Following the blood trail, she must be
A
wounded.
trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it. That corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he has been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
I have heard stories from the natives describing Bridger atrocities. If they are true, this violent attack, though tragic, would be justified.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
Travel chest key. Is this something from the camp that we've missed?
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
It's like being in a crow's nest. The view we have over the valley is an ideal observation point.
Diary of Certain Afra. We set up a small camp in the hollow of the valley. We wish to study. The flora in this place is incredibly luxurious. This island is the only place where so many different species can be found next to one another. With so many varieties, we are bound to find an antidote for the melancholy. This plant will be blue efflorescence and jagged leaves. Is unlikely any plant I have knowledge of. I will have to lead some expeditions to determine it and its content active essences. It is a shame that we cannot exchange with the natives. They must know the properties of all these plants, but the soldiers warned us. They told us that we shouldn't trust the islanders. Apparently, they've been very aggressive in this region. Our arrival in the valley did not go unnoticed. I feel as if we are being observed, most likely by the islanders. I hope that they understand that we are not here to fight, but merely to catalog the flora. The impressions of being observed is becoming increasingly on us. They are very close, I can feel it. I'm afraid we should expect an attack. We have so few weapons, and my colleagues are barely capable of defending themselves. I am certain that we are being observed from the swamp. If they attack us, this is where they will most likely come from. I have tried to warn my companions, to tell them to be more discreet, but they refused to listen.
It is a journal, that of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
Let's hope she's still alive, as well as her colleagues, or our mission will be a short one.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will surely lead us to the party of intrepid scholars.
She may be part of the Alliance, but I can't help feeling bad about what happened to this woman. According to what she wrote, her attackers must have come from the swamp. We should follow their tracks.
Okay, now this is kind of weird. Because honestly, hers is the only note that doesn't actually stop mid-sentence. There were so many others that stop mid-sentence that looks kind of weird, honestly. But hers didn't. It seemed more complete. And also it was in a chest that was locked. So I have no idea what these guys were talking about. Anyway, let us move on. Ah, the day is becoming so clear. Look at the waterfall. It's pretty. Okay, we need to go this way and see if we can find this Petra. No, this guy was called Petrus. I am thinking of something else. Afra. That's what her name was, right?
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp. Let's get closer.
Let's ask them for help.
Renaixi!
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the Lion Sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
We don't need a key. I'm a master lockbreaker.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
De Sardet. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
Captain Vasco. Though I realize I am quite far from the sea.
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh? This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
Only two. Where are your comrades and how do I rescue them?
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Fun. I do like her already. Let's go try to sneak around. At one point... Great battle, you say? So, are you gonna become a companion? Because you seem like the sort, though you don't look remarkable whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, Vasco is remarkable because of his tattoos, and Petros because... And there's also... Kurt, who has his scars, and Siora with her strange head, and... That's it. It's very hard to code them unique, isn't it? By the way, I'm wearing one of your uniforms. You should have totally believed that I was one of you. Ooh, cave. Very original name. You can't climb this. Do I have to wait until you actually decide to come along? I think I should take you out for a spin after we're done with this mission. Just to get to know you better. I mean, I like Petros because of his charisma skill. His voice is what makes him so... alluring. Vasco I like because of his... well, he's been with me quite a long time. Kurt, on the other hand, he's been with me a little bit longer apparently, yet... I don't have the sense of uniqueness within him. An old warrior, that's it, that's all I get from him. Then we have Siora. I honestly don't like her at all. She sounds like a bloody hypocrite. She's also incredibly aggressive, and I have to control her like a wild beast. She's the reason we call these people savages.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Okay, let's set up camp. And let's move out. This way?
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed. It would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate.
Okay, should we take Siora with us? Or maybe Kurt? Okay, Petros, you can stay behind. I will need a decent weapon for Kurt, something that can shred armor quite fast. Maybe a two-handed weapon, we all have to purchase it. Night is almost upon us. Oh, bears. Well then. Oh, she uses grenades. That's awesome. Now that's a grenade, in case you're wondering. Okay, continue on. They did say something about a back entrance, didn't they? This way. Okay, let's actually add this marker here, so we'd know where we're going. And we'll try to sneak around. I mean, I understand that you don't want to be caught, but honestly, don't you want these guys dead? Can I climb this? Okay, we use this as the exit, I guess. What about this place here?
said as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
The prison guards will certainly have the key.
Good stout attack. Just be careful when you sneak around. There must be a way I can sneak around. Let's try this way again. Okay. This seems to be working. $30 meters. Okay, go back down. I guess we are gonna have to fight them. Or they can be blind, that also works. Man, that was close. Okay then.
I don't have the key. Afra, is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Escort the scholar to safety. Wait, is that him? Just one? Oh, look at that, a chest. And an obsidian hammer. Let's get out of here. Oh, apparently that's more than one. Do you notice the guys with the turbans? I mean, they are incredibly stouty with that green and blue. If they were as tall as this guys, that would mean something.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Oh, we are already out. Oh, is that where we need to go? Very well. We have plenty of bullets, so your companions are in no danger at all. This way, please.
poison on my blade. Let's go!
Trakarid, mercy. You have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Killing men that have surrendered does not sit well with me. But you are the master of this ship. It is your decision.
Well, I can't take them on their word now, can I?
I cannot take the risk of you trying to hunt us down again. I'm sorry.
Then we shall fight to the death.
Yeah, that's the point.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go! To my help! And death to the Empress!
Reputation with the natives. Pfft. Like I care about that. The natives adore me for some stupid reason.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Sardet.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true woman of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Isn't it Boron? Ah well, whatever. Welcome back to Hikmet.
Lady de Sardet, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Your Excellency. You are a providential woman.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
Incredible. To think that what we have been searching for all these years could have been created by a savage. We must converse with this woman, and in haste.
We would be happy to assist in this matter, Governor, but I fear we would not be particularly well received.
If obtaining a remedy for the Malachor is at stake, I would be happy to take charge of the matter.
I would like to accompany you if the governor gives me leave. I will not miss an occasion to meet the woman who elaborated such an important panacea.
Accorded. It is only right that one of our own participate on the expedition that will restore health to our continent.
Very well. We shall do all in our power to find that woman.
Great. Kurt, you're no longer useful. Thank you for your participation. Are you gonna give me science? Yes. Okay, cool. The Bridge Alliance now likes me. Ooh, let's hope they gave me something good. I'm hoping for a decent gun. But we're gonna take a look at that next time. So, I would like to thank you all for joining me for this episode, and I hope to see you all for the next one. Good day.